Hello and welcome. Let us set our intentions as we raise our arms up above, saluting the sun. Breathe in and breathe out as we have both our palms together into standing praying pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Let us move our body forward as we get into a standing forward fold. Bringing our neck and arms down. Go ahead and use your yoga blocks for support and be sure to keep your legs and knees straight as possible. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let us make our way down to the mat as we get into a nice plank pose, really working on our core area. Let us chaturanga our way into cobra as we lift our shins and feet up into a nice little back bend. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out as we get into a nice child's pose, relaxing our arms from up above, laying nicely on the mat as our knees and our head is face down on the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let us raise and extend up one arm. Breathe in and breathe out. Really relaxing our shoulders at the same time, releasing all tensions from our shoulders and arm. Now let us get back into center, back into child's pose. As we prepare the same on the other side, extending out our left arm. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Really working those shoulders and stretching our shoulders out. Now let's get back into center, making our way into tabletop. Palms planted and knees planted onto the mat as our back is straight and aligned. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let us thread the needle, going under our torso area, extending up as our shoulder is resting onto the mat, knees onto the mat as well. Breathe in and breathe out. It's actually feeling like you're twisting inwards inside your body when you thread the needle. So one arm is going to extend from underneath as our shoulder rests on the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. You're really going to feel the stretch on your spinal area along with your shoulder area. Breathe in and breathe out as we get back into child's pose, extending our arms from up above with our face rested onto the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let us get back into downward dog, really aligning our body, stretching out our legs along with our arms, really extending our back. Breathe in and breathe out. Now we're going to raise one leg over as we get into a three-legged dog pose. Going to plant your palms into the mat along with your other leg and really stretch and extend out your other leg. Breathe in and breathe out as we back into downward dog. Breathe in and breathe out, extending out your left leg. And also keeping sturdy with your foot and your leg along with your palms and arms. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice little crunch there and getting back into downward dog. Tiptoeing our way into a standing forward fold. Try to keep your legs and knees as straight as possible. And if you need your yoga block, go ahead and do so. Breathe in and breathe out. Now we're going to cross our arms together as we get into a rested ragdoll pose. Really releasing all the tension from your neck and really letting your neck loose. You're going to feel so relaxed in your spinal area, releasing all tension from your shoulders along with your neck. Breathe in and breathe out. Really release all the tension in your body as we prepare for new thoughts and a new mindset. Now let's get into a nice lunge, getting into a nice runner's pose. Palms and arms rested onto the mat as our leg is extended nicely onto the mat as well. Breathe in and breathe out as we have palms together with our torso up and coming on for a twist on the other side, working our left side. Breathe in and breathe out. Really find the strength in your legs as you relax your torso and really feel the flexibility in your spine, releasing all the tension. Now we're getting back into a downward dog. Breathe in and breathe out, going in for another lunge, extending out one leg, keeping that leg straight as possible as you have your palms rested onto the mat. Breathe in and breathe out, palms together and twisting your body to the right hand side. Remember, you're going to feel this in your spinal area, your abdominal area, and really feel the strength building in your legs. Breathe in and breathe out. Let us get back into a downward dog. And now we're going to work our way into a dolphin pose, keeping our elbows positioned onto the mat and still extending out our legs, almost like a downward dog style. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, let us make our way into the center of the mat, getting back into tabletop. Knees and palms planted onto the mat with your back straight and aligned. Breathe in and breathe out. Let us prepare for cat and dog poses. Breathe in cat, exhale cow. 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 So these are cat-cow poses, stretching out that spine. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let us get into a pigeon pose, knees up in front of us with our other leg extended out onto the mat with our arms rested on the side. Keeping your torso, your spine aligned and straight. Now raising up your arms into a nice parallel manner. Breathe in and breathe out. Let us get back into table as we do the same on the other side. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in gratitude. Exhale out stress. Now let us bring one knee up above, extending out our other leg, resting onto the mat with our arms to the side. Breathe in and breathe out. Raising our arms over our shoulders, over our head, saluting the sun. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in gratitude. Exhale out stress. Okay. Now let us get into a playful puppy pose. Knees on the mat, glutes up in the air as our arms are extended over our head, resting on the mat in front of us. Breathe in and breathe out. Now getting back into a child's pose. Okay, back into center, into tabletop with your back straight and your knees and palms rested onto the mat. We're going to extend up one leg. Breathe in and breathe out, working on those hamstrings, building strength in those hamstrings. Breathe out, getting back into center and going into child's pose as we rest once again. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let us get back into table as we extend our other leg out, really working our hamstrings, stretching out those hamstrings and bringing strength in our body. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, now let us get into the center of our mat. We're going to go into our next pose called the butterfly pose, keeping your feet together, arms rested onto your knees in seating pose, breathing in and out. Now let us bring it forward, our head down onto the mat, extending our arms over our shoulders, resting your body, really feeling that stretch in your spine along with the inner corners of your thighs. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out as we center into the mat and bringing our knees to chest. Breathe in and breathe out as you relax your back on the mat, relaxing your mind. You're just going to have your knees to chest as you have your feet extended up and using your hands for support. You're going to feel this in your hamstrings along with your quad area. And the more you push down on your feet, you're going to feel it in your spine as well. Now we're going to go into a shoulder stand, extending our feet upwards. Breathe in and breathe out. It's okay if you fall over. Just get back up. You're going to use your hands and your arms for support for the back area. And you're going to extend up your legs as far as possible, really focusing on the extension of your legs and your torso and really using your hands to support your back. Breathe in and breathe out. Let us get into a plow pose, having your legs extended over your head, resting onto the ground, and having your arms extended onto the mat in front of you. Breathe in and breathe out. You're really going to feel this pose in the lower back area of your body. And getting back into a shoulder stand, extending your feet up above and using your arms and hands for support on the back. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out, slowly making your way onto the mat, relaxing your body. Breathe in and breathe out, getting into a nice Savasana pose, releasing all the tension in your body, releasing all the tension in your mind, really releasing and letting go of whatever worries or stresses you. Breathe in and breathe out. Now we're going to clasp onto our feet and extend our torso up. Now we're going to be into a nice bridge pose. Really extend those glutes up and your torso. Be sure to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now bring it together, extending up those legs, extending the spine. You're going to feel this extension on your lower hamstring area. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let one leg rest onto the mat as you have one leg extended up, keeping those knees as straight as possible to really feel that stretch and get that flexibility going. Now let's do the same on the other side. If you have a yoga strap, go ahead and use that. That will actually really help with your flexibility and strength. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let us get centered into the mat, squatting onto the mat, palms together as we get into garland pose. Try to keep your back as straight as possible. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in gratitude. Exhale out stress. Now let us get into a lotus pose, a seated lotus pose. Arms rested into the side of our knees. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let's move and do some stretches in our neck. Moving forward, moving to the side, stretching forward, stretching your neck to the side, forward, to the side, forward, upwards, middle, downwards, middle, upwards, middle, downwards, middle. Now let's do some nice neck circles, really releasing all the tension in our neck. That's where a common problem area is for a lot of us. We can have a lot of buildup. So let us do some nice circles. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let's do some seated cat-cow poses. Breathe in, cat. Exhale, cow. 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 Okay, now let us do some shoulder stretches. Let's work on the left side of our body, keeping that focus on your palm. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out, centered. Doing the same on the other side, keeping focus on your palm, keeping that drishti and focus. Drishti means focus in Sanskrit, so really focus on your pose. Okay, let's get back into center. Breathe in and breathe out. Knees to the ground. Arms rest into the side of the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Keeping your arms parallel up above, saluting the sun, doing a nice back bend. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay. Now let us make our way back into the middle, going to a nice standing forward fold. Use your yoga block if necessary, if you need it. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep those knees locked and straight. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's go into a nice half lift. Arms rested into your knees, back straight, and head facing forward. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now getting up, raising our arms overhead, having our palms together, being grateful for this practice, feeling grateful for this moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Arms to the side into mountain. Breathe in and breathe out. Feeling grateful for your mind, your body, and your soul. Releasing all that does not serve us. Now let us get into a tree pose. Your foot to your knee as you have your arms raised up above, keeping your other leg balanced and really balancing your body as a whole. Breathe in and breathe out, getting back into mountain, back into center. As you raise one leg onto the knee again and raising your arms up above. Breathe in and breathe out. One leg raised, arms over your head, giving praise, giving gratitude. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in gratitude, exhale out stress. Now let's get back into center, arms up above. Okay, now we're going to stretch out our arms over our head, bending forward. Really release the tension from your neck. Let it all hang out. Get loose, get comfortable. Release tension. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's get back into center. Arms up above as we squat and we get into a nice chair pose. Keeping your back nice and aligned, straight as possible. Arms straight as possible. And keeping your knees at a nice squat. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, now let's get into the center of our mat once again. Raising our arms up above. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, now we're going to go into a pyramid pose, keeping your head face to your knees, bending forward, focusing on your left leg, focusing on that stretch. Keep your knees locked and keep them straight, and keep your legs straight as possible. Breathe in and breathe out. Let us make our way into the middle, into a standing forward fold, a wide-legged forward fold. Breathe in and breathe out, keeping your legs apart and really focusing in the middle, stretching out in the middle. Breathe in and breathe out, palms to the ground. Now let's get back into a pyramid pose, focusing on our right leg, head to your knees. Keep your leg and knees straight as possible. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out, getting back onto the left side. Now extending our arm up above into a triangle pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, let us make our way back to the middle, back into center, back into a wide-legged forward fold, bringing your body forward, neck down, palms rest onto the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Let us get back into a pyramid, working on the right leg, keeping the leg and knees straight as possible. Breathe in and breathe out, extending one arm up above, keeping your drishti focused. Breathe in and breathe out as we make a nice triangle. Okay, now back down, back into center. Now we're going to do a nice little squat. Put our palms to the side, arms raised to the side as we get into goddess pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now standing forward, keeping yourself tall and nice, and just extending your arm up above. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let us get back into center, and let's do the same on the other side. Extending one arm up above. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, back into center. Let us put our arms over our head, letting our neck loose. Breathe in and breathe out, releasing all tension from the neck. Now let's put our feet together. Get back into center, into mountain pose. Arms rest into the sides. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's extend one leg upward as we build strength and balance on the other leg. Breathe in and breathe out. Do the best that you can. Breathe in and breathe out, back into center as we focus on our balance onto the other side. Extending up our leg and balancing on our other leg. Breathe in and breathe out. It's okay if you fall. You can extend one arm out if that helps with your balance. That always helps me. Okay, let's get back into center, palms together into praying pose. Let us stretch out our quads, bringing one foot back. Breathe in and breathe out, and balancing with the other leg. Back into center, back into mountain as we do the same onto the other side. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let us work on our quad on the other side, bringing your foot back to your butt and keeping one arm to the side for balance. Breathe in and breathe out. Now back into mountain, arms rest to the side. Now we're going to extend our leg frontwards, keeping one arm extended out for balance. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Amazing. Okay, let's get back into center, keeping one arm extended out in a mudra sign. extending out your leg in front of you and balancing. Breathe in and breathe out. Now back into center. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let's get back onto the floor, back onto the mat, into table pose. Knees and palms rested onto the mat as your back is straight and aligned. Breathe in and breathe out. Now we're going to cuff our hands together as we attempt to do a headstand, making your body into a nice triangle and tiptoeing over and using your arms as balance and support. Slowly bringing your legs upwards. Slowly, slowly. Breathe in and breathe out. Extending your legs up above. Breathe in and breathe out. Amazing work. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, let's bring it down. Center of the mat. Breathe in and breathe out as we do a squat onto the mat, palms together, as we attempt garland pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let us sit onto the mat, feet straight ahead of us and frontwards, arms rested to the side as we are in staff pose. Breathe in and breathe out, keeping your legs straight and your body and back straight. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay. Now let us get into camel pose, extending our torso up, using our arms to clasp onto our legs and foot, opening up our heart chakra. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out, opening up that heart center. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let us do a reverse plank, using our arms for support and strength. Okay, let us have our palms placed onto the mat, building strength in our upper body, keeping our legs and glutes straight as much as possible as we are now in reverse plank. Now let us get back into center. Bring our arms over our head, touching our feet, building strength into our hamstrings, keeping those knees locked and straight as possible. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now we're going to work on our hips, work onto our quads, having one leg over the knee and keeping the other knee straight as possible. Breathe in and breathe out, really working out those hips, hip openers. Breathe in and breathe out. Resting onto the mat into Savasana. Now we're going to do the same on the other side. Bring one leg over the knee, really opening up those hips. Breathe in and breathe out, really feeling the stretch in your inner corners of your thighs. Now we're going to go into a nice plow pose, bringing your legs over your head, stretching out your hamstrings, really feeling the stretch in your lower body and lower back area, and keeping your arms rested onto the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Now going into a shoulder stand, extending your legs up and keeping your arms and hands rested onto your back. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let us get into the center of our mat, into a lotus seating pose. We're going to do some cat-cow stretches. Breathe out, cow. Breathe in, cat. 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 Breathe out, cow. Okay, now let us work on some arm shoulder stretches. Doing the same onto the other side now. Breathe in and breathe out. Now feeling those stretches into our shoulders and arms, clasping our arms and hands together in the back of our neck. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let us do the same on the other side, clasping and grabbing our hands, stretching out our arms and shoulders. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, now let us give a nice hug, showing ourselves love, showing the best self-love possible. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, now let us have our legs crossed over as we rest onto the mat. Relaxing your body, showing yourself some inner womb work. Self-love to the womb, praising our body, praising our mind, our soul, and letting go of what doesn't serve us anymore. Bringing in the new, bringing in the light, the positivity that we need to move forward. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let us get into the mat. We're going to attempt to do another headstand, clasping our hands together, using our arms for support, and balancing on our arms, slowly bringing our legs up, extending up as far as possible, really focusing on balance and strength. Breathe in and breathe out. Focusing and doing the best that you can. Breathe in and breathe out, extending up your legs up above. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out, showing all the gratitude. Letting out the old, coming in with the new. Breathe in and breathe out. Arms over our head, showing all the gratitude. Breathe in and breathe out. Namaste.